Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
One of the inherent cognitive or perceptual powers of the mind. The body of teachers and administrators at a school. One of the inherent cognitive or perceptual powers of the mind. One of the inherent cognitive or perceptual powers of the mind. A self-contained component, unit or item, that is used in combination with other components. Computer circuit consisting of an assembly of electronic components, as of computer hardware. Detachable compartment of a spacecraft. Music, the system of 5 horizontal lines on which the musical notes are written. The body of teachers and administrators at a school. The dean addressed the letter to the entire staff of the university. A rod carried as a symbol. A strong rod or stick with a specialized utilitarian purpose. He walked with the help of a wooden staff. Building material consisting of plaster and hair, used to cover external surfaces of temporary structure, as at an exposition, or for decoration. Personnel who assist their superior in carrying out an assigned task. The hospital has an excellent nursing staff. Provide with staff. This position is not always staffed. Serve on the staff of. The 2 men staff the reception desk. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. The quality of being able to perform. A quality that permits or facilitates achievement or accomplishment. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. The power went out around midnight. Of a government or government official, holding an office means being in power. During his first year in power. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A mathematical notation indicating the number of times a quantity is multiplied by itself. A very wealthy or powerful businessman. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. Danger heightened his powers of discrimination. Possession of controlling influence. The deterrent power of nuclear weapons. One possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. The mysterious presence of an evil power. Physical strength. Physics. The rate of doing work, measured in watts, equals joule per second. Supply the force or power for the functioning of. The gasoline powers the engines. The property of holding together and retaining its shape. Wool has more body than rayon. A resonating chamber in a musical instrument, as the body of a violin. Invest with or as with a body. Give body to. The entire physical structure of an organism, an animal, plant, or human being. He felt as if his whole body were on fire. The body excluding the head and neck and limbs. A natural object consisting of a dead animal or person. They found the body in the lake. A collection of particulars considered as a system. A body of law. A group of persons associated by some common tie or occupation and regarded as an entity. The whole body filed out of the auditorium. An individual 3-dimensional object that has mass and that is distinguishable from other objects. Heavenly body. The central message of a communication. The body of the message was short. The external structure of a vehicle. The body of the car was badly rusted. The main mass of a thing. Knowledge and intellectual ability. He has a keen intellect. A person who uses the mind creatively. The capacity for rational thought or inference or discrimination. A systematic means of communicating by the use of sounds or conventional symbols. He taught foreign languages. Language, communication by word of mouth. He uttered harsh language. A system of words used to name things in a particular discipline. The language of sociology. The mental faculty or power of vocal communication. Language sets Homo sapiens apart from all other animals. The cognitive processes involved in producing and understanding linguistic communication. He didn't have the language to express his feelings. The text of a popular song or musical comedy number. The song uses colloquial language. The power of retaining and recalling past experience. He had a good memory when he was younger. An electronic memory device. A memory and the CPU form the central part of a computer to which peripherals are attached. The cognitive processes whereby past experience is remembered. He can do it from memory. Something that is remembered. Search as he would, the memory was lost. The area of cognitive psychology that studies memory processes. He taught a graduate course on learning and memory. A legal document declaring a person's wishes regarding the disposal of their property when they die. The capability of conscious choice and decision and intention. Leave or give by will after one's death. A fixed and persistent intent or purpose. Where there's a will, there's a way. Decree or ordain. God wills our existence. Determine by choice. This action was willed and intended. The process whereby a person concentrates on some features of the environment to the relative exclusion of others. The work of providing treatment for or attending to someone or something. The old car needs constant attention. A courteous act indicating affection. She tried to win his heart with her many attentions. A general interest that leads people to want to know more. She was the center of attention. A motionless erect stance with arms at the sides and feet together, assumed by military personnel during drill or review. The troops stood at attention. The faculty or power of mental concentration. Keeping track of all the details requires your complete attention. The faculty through which the external world is apprehended. Language, communication by word of mouth. His speech was garbled. The mental faculty or power of vocal communication. The act of delivering a formal spoken communication to an audience. Words making up the dialogue of a play. The actor forgot his speech. A lengthy rebuke. Your characteristic style or manner of expressing yourself orally. Her speech was barren of southernisms. Something spoken. He could hear them uttering merry speeches. The exchange of spoken words. They were perfectly comfortable together without speech. The statement, oral or written, of an exchange of promises. There was an understanding between management and the workers. The capacity for rational thought or inference or discrimination. An inclination to support or be loyal to or to agree with an opinion. I knew I could count on his understanding. The cognitive condition of someone who understands. He has virtually no understanding of social cause and effect. Characterized by understanding based on comprehension and discernment and empathy. An understanding friend. The capability of conscious choice and decision and intention. The exercise of their volition we construe as revolt. The act of making a choice. Followed my father of my own volition. Present reasons and arguments. A rational motive for a belief or action. The reason that war was declared. The state of having good sense and sound judgment. He had to rely less on reason than on rousing their emotions. Decide by reasoning. Draw or come to a conclusion. We reasoned that it was cheaper to rent than to buy a house. The capacity for rational thought or inference or discrimination. We are told that man is endowed with reason and capable of distinguishing good from evil. A justification for something existing or happening. They had good reason to rejoice. A fact that logically justifies some premise or conclusion. There is reason to believe he is lying. An explanation of the cause of some phenomenon. The reason a steady state was never reached was that the back pressure built up too slowly. Think logically. The children must learn to reason. The power of retaining and recalling past experience. The power of retaining liquid. The act of retaining something. The power of retaining and recalling past experience. The power of retaining liquid. The property of retaining possessions that have been acquired. The power of retaining and recalling past experience. The power of retaining liquid. Moisture retentivity of soil. The property of retaining possessions that have been acquired. Someone who is dazzlingly skilled in any field. An unelaborated elementary awareness of stimulation. A sensation of touch. The faculty through which the external world is apprehended. A general feeling of excitement and heightened interest. Anticipation produced in me a sensation somewhere between hope and fear. A state of widespread public excitement and interest. The news caused a sensation. The meaning of a word or expression. The way in which a word or expression or situation can be interpreted. The dictionary gave several senses for the word. Perceive by a physical sensation, e.g., coming from the skin or muscles. Sound practical judgment. Common sense is not so common. Become aware of not through the senses but instinctively. I sense his hostility. The faculty through which the external world is apprehended. In the dark he had to depend on touch and on his senses of smell and hearing. A general conscious awareness. A sense of security. A natural appreciation or ability. A keen musical sense. Comprehend. I sensed the real meaning of his letter. Detect some circumstance or entity automatically. This robot can sense the presence of people in the room. The faculty through which the external world is apprehended. State of elementary or undifferentiated consciousness. The faculty through which the external world is apprehended. The readiness to perceive sensations, elementary or undifferentiated consciousness. Gave sentience to slugs and newts. A large group of fish. A school of small glittering fish swam by. The period of instruction in a school, the time period when school is in session. Stay after school. Teach or refine to be discriminative in taste or judgment. She is well schooled in poetry. The process of being formally educated at a school. What will you do when you finish school? A building where young people receive education. The school was built in 1932. A body of creative artists or writers or thinkers linked by a similar style or by similar teachers. The Venetian School of Painting. An educational institution. The school was founded in 1900. An educational institution's faculty and students. The school keeps parents informed. Educate in or as if in a school. The children are schooled at great cost to their parents in private institutions. Swim in or form a large group of fish. A cluster of schooling fish was attracted to the bait. Someone who is a member of the faculty at a college or university. Someone who is a member of the faculty at a college or university.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.